Welcome back. Go ahead and get into it. I'm just driving to the gym here. Been trying to discuss a topic for a moment, for a while. Really can be in any kind of relationship, whether it's a personal relationship with a female, I guess, or it's friendship, family members. Things like that, right? So it's what I want to get into here. Is about don't be watering dead plants. I know you've heard that expression before. It's easier said than done. I've thought about doing an experiment, and I may still, of just how many times do I get contacted first over me being always the one that reaches out to do, not necessarily maybe just to do something, but just to check in or start conversation, right? I mean, especially with your friends, or any other relationships. Obviously, parents probably don't count. My parents call me all the time, but friendships or relationships, girlfriend, etc. Right? So, I always seem to be the one that would reach out and initiate things, ask what's going on this weekend, let's get together. And a lot of times, you get no responses, or obviously there maybe are various responses, but it's excuses that can't come. Some of them are probably valid, right? I'm not going to give you that. People have their own lives, but always take those in consideration. Kind of, I wouldn't say maybe tally them, do a better job of making sure you're giving out and getting effort back that you're giving out as well, right? Kind of matching and mirroring their responses, response time, even with girls, right? So if they're texting you and taking an hour or two to respond, do the same, right? I mean, the worst thing you can do is probably be over needy and pushy. Same way with your friends, right? You don't want it's human nature. You don't want to turn somebody off and think you're desperate and don't have any other options or nothing else going on. Your life revolves around them. I know people probably don't consciously think that, but subconsciously, I'm definitely pretty sure that is the case. Sure, this thing's bouncing around, but we'll see how the video quality is. Maybe it's a little bit better. If not, I can put my thumb here, but I don't really want to do that. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. Just make sure you're not getting taken advantage of. I know from personal experience, I'm really bad about that. Just you get bored, you throw a text out there, nothing responds, throw another one out there, try to still get with the same group of friends. Well, if you're not getting the same attention back or effort back, I guess you'd say, then it's probably wise that you just maybe give them space, see if they reach out, right? And even with your girlfriend, I guess it's the same thing, right? If they're taking days to respond, to me something's off, right? I mean, most people, if they're interested or they value you, would definitely contact you sooner than a couple days, or see how your day's going, or especially if you're in an intimate relationship. If it's not, it's something's off, right? I mean, my problem is, how do you go about that? Do you bring it up? Do you don't bring it up? Do you just keep matching and mirroring? Like, if you bring it up, does that make you look weak or needy? To me, really, you probably don't need to bring it up, because their lack of response and effort is all you really need to know, right? You just take it as it is, and it's like, okay, if you're fine with that, see how long it goes. Maybe after you see them, even if you're friends, right, you take a week or two to even text them, see if you hear anything from them, right? I like communication, I like open dialogue, but making sure you're not wasting your time, you're not putting your effort in something that's not going to foster or grow, right? And that's kind of the whole point of don't be watering dead plants. that's the biggest topic on this for me. Hopefully the video quality here is okay. I know that the camera seems to be bouncing around a little bit. I got a new thing here for my truck. I'm gonna try to record more kind of on my way to the gym or coming back from the gym. It just seems a little bit easier than setting something up at my home or the garage or at work. But you never know. Sometimes driving, I think, kind of helps you articulate your thoughts a little bit better and process things. So, but again, if you got anything you want to comment on this, in the future, your experiences, your suggestions, your recommendations, right? There's a lot of, information out there on the interwebs about this stuff. And it's all similar. I think the advice is good. The problem is are you applying that advice the way it's supposed to be, and then are you sticking to your guns? Are you falling back into old patterns? Because of course, I'm guilty of that, right? But we'll see. And if I do the experiment, maybe I'll give an update about how long. Maybe I go 3 days without being the first one to initiate any kind of contact, and let you know how many initiations that I've gotten, whether it's text messages, calls, minus the fact that parents call you, right? That's one thing, but just friends and girlfriends or people you're dating, whatever it is. For me personally, girlfriend or people that might slide into your DMs, right? Just give you a real world example. How much attention you may, normal guy gets, right? If you're not the one, being the initiator or the leader. I guess it's kind of what it is. But again, you can only be a leader for so long. If people aren't going to follow you, then you stop reaching out to those people, right? So, you find other people that have your own interests and and value you and respect you a little bit more, right? So it's very true that I'd rather be respected and loved, rather be wanted or needed than wanted. I don't need a man, but I want one, kind of ordeal, right? So, what do you want? What kind of person do you want, right? Is that, am I the person that can provide whatever you're looking for? Again, we can go down that whole road again of just talking about, what's a successful person, what's not in this day and age in the influencer world. And if you're not making, $1 million a year, you're not successful, which I don't think that's 100% true, right? I think success can be defined in many things, right? So, but anyway, I just want to wrap that up, give your thoughts, and again, I'll